Hi, comrades and friends, countrymen and women. Uh, the internet is very slow, so I'm trying to see if it's able to stabilize so that we can have this broadcast without any necessary interruption. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. This is take number 2, so let's go. Are you ready for the internet shutdown and blackout? That is most certainly to come before, during, and after the elections. Remember, only 2 days ago, I was live again and I was talking about the satellite phones that came on board Fly Emirates cargo plane, that's Sky cargo plane for Fly Emirates, which was delivering the last batch of ballot papers. To the shock and surprise of all Zambians, including the international community, that batch of ballot papers arrived with some cargo that no one expected. It had boxes and boxes of satellite phones. We established that those phones are not ordinary phones, but they are satellite phones. And satellite phones are able to communicate. You are able to communicate using satellite phones without going through your network, your Airtel, your Zamtel, or your MTN network. In other words, a satellite phone is going to bypass your major networks. And this leads us to the topic of today. Are you ready for the internet shutdown and the media blackout that is going to follow? Because this is the strategy of the PF. They are going the way they have done by deploying the soldiers on the streets, the way they have done by restricting campaigns for the UPND. They also have a plan to cut down the only mode of communication which you and me have. If you are watching me now, you are listening to me now, consider this a privilege. Because on 11, and mark my words, by 11 August, which will be a Wednesday, next week, we want to have this network. It is going to be shut down. This is as certain as the sun rises. This truth I'm telling you, we will be as certain as the sun rises. Because in addition to the ECZ being a puppet organization, Baba Mukwapa Kwaba PF, ECZ is going to ensure that through its sister organization, IBA and ZICTA, they are going to shut down the internet because they don't want us to communicate and update each other on the things that will be going wrong in those polling stations. They don't want you and me to be updated through other sources about the results that will be coming in through the various polling stations across the country. So one of the ways to control or manipulate the elections is to control media, to control the flow of information. They have their... So the PF have put in place a mechanism where they are going to shut down the internet. It will be a backup. Shut down the internet. It will be complete blackout. I have to pause a bit because my network is really not stable. It's not stable, so I have to pause for a few minutes to start. So bear with me. Anyway, let's move forward with this tripping network. See how far we go with it. So I'll try to be very fast in concluding because I know if I carry on for maybe over 15 minutes, it's going to cut me off. Then I'll have to start all over again. But let's move forward. Just like UPND, let's move forward with this broadcast. So I'm talking about the PF's plan to shut down the internet. Okay? Now, there are a few things that you have to know. Why are they going to shut down the internet? What purpose does it serve to the PF for them to shut down the internet? Where else has this shutting down of the internet ever worked? And what should you and me do when the internet, our only mode of communication as a country, as a majority of the people who are deprived access to through the media they call ZNBC. I call it dead NBC because it's dead. It doesn't serve us any purpose. It belongs to the Chinese anyway. They bought it a long time ago. So, I'm connecting the issue of satellite phones to the coming shutting down of the internet. And I'm telling you to say that the reason why they are going to shut down the internet is because we are going to use, if they are going to leave the internet open, we are going to use the internet to update you at every point, at every hour, at every minute. We are going to be sharing, even Gen 20s, we are going to be sharing them here. The official forms for ECZ, Gen 20s, the results declaration forms, we are going to be posting them by the hour as and when they come. So that even you, the voter, who will be following through Facebook, through Twitter, and through other platforms, you'll be able to compare Gen 20s with the results which the Shindanos and the Esa Ochurus are going to be announcing there at their command headquarters in Mulungushi, where, by the way, they won't allow you and me to be there. They only allow one representative from each political party to be at Mulungushi Conference Center, where the ECZ will be sitting, where the ECZ chairperson who announces results will be sitting. They'll only allow one person per political organization. So, the only place where you and me can update each other and inform each other is social media. Social media has revolutionized politics. Because through this media, before ZNBC even announces results, you and me are going to know those results. We are going to be doing a parallel voter tabulation just here on social media. That we are going to do, and the PF knows we are going to do it. We don't care about the laws of ECZ. The laws which say only ECZ is eligible or is mandated to announce results of an election. We are not going to follow that procedure. We are going to break that procedure. Because it is meant to gag you and me, to deprive us of real-time information in terms of election results. So we are going to be announcing results here. And because they know that we are going to be announcing results here, they are going to shut down the internet for 3 days. The day before the election, on the election day, and the day after the election. And maybe they can even add more. So if they shut down the internet, where are you and me going to be getting news? We are going to be getting it through ZNBC. That's the only channel that they are going to leave. All these other channels like Diamond TV, Camnet TV, name them. Radio Phoenix, Joy Radio, name them. All these TV stations are going to be getting information verified by ECZ through their main broadcaster, ZNBC. This is how it was done in Uganda. And if you're asking where else has internet been used, or rather internet has been shut down to give a ruling regime an advantage, where else? Look no further than our neighbor in the south, Zimbabwe, and our neighbor across in the north, Uganda. What excuse are they going to use? The excuse that they are going to use, again, they will accuse you and me. They will accuse the opposition. They are going to say that you and me are abusing the internet, that we are using the internet to peddle falsehoods, that we are spreading fake news, and you are spreading news and results which can alarm the nation, that we want to spread fake results which can alarm the nation. That's what they are going to say. If not that, they are going to say there are foreign institutions which are working with the opposition and are using the internet to spread falsehoods. They are going to find an excuse, which if you're not careful, you can even buy into that excuse as well, to shut down the internet. So be ready for that day. And I'm here to also advise you on the way forward, okay? Before we even go further, I'm going to advise you, if you have a smartphone, and of course it's likely if you're watching me, you likely have a smartphone or you're watching me from a computer. If you have a smartphone, and share this video, please, share it now. Share it everywhere. If you have a smartphone, please write down the following. Thunder VPN. Thunder VPN. Thunder ina lightning, Thunder. Write down this. Thunder VPN. This is an application. It's an application which you download from Play Store. The way you download your Facebook application, your Instagram application, your Twitter application, and all those fancy applications that you use. This is an application which you must download. It will help you when the internet is shut down. It's a VPN, okay? It's a virtual private network. What this VPN does is that even when the internet is shut down, even when you can't get through your Airtel and your MTN and Zamtel, this one will link you up directly. It will bypass your internet service provider and link you to the internet. This is going to use servers, not in Zambia, but servers can be in Germany, it can be in the United States, it can be in Hong Kong. It's going to connect you to one of those servers, and you still have access to the internet.
This you must download, because if you wait until your internet is shut down, until you no longer have your Facebook, if you wait for that time, I'm afraid you are going to be a victim of that blackout. You're going to be a victim of that internet shutdown. So right now, when this broadcast ends, go to Play Store and download the Thunder VPN. It's reliable. But there are also other VPNs which you can download. The key is these 3 letters, VPN. Just go to Play Store and type VPN and do a search. It will bring you tens, if not hundreds of VPNs. Select anyone you are comfortable with. But the one I recommend is a Thunder VPN, because that's what I have on my phone. So get that VPN so that you still have access to the internet when this PF regime shuts down the internet on 11th. Maybe they can even do it tomorrow, because they know we are now informing you that they are about to shut the internet. So they might do it before you have an access or a chance to download. So immediately after this broadcast, download that VPN so that you still have access to the internet. Okay? The question of today is that, are you ready for the internet shutdown? What should you do? I've told you just now, download an application called VPN. It will allow you to bypass your internet service providers, Airtel, MTN, and Zamtel. You use servers in other countries. You still have access to internet. I'll share other information in subsequent broadcasts, but today, download the VPN. Now, there is also going to be a blackout. Not just an internet blackout, but there will be a power blackout. Load shedding is going to be massive. It's going to be national. They are going to load shed the entire country. Mark my words. That's why we are telling our polling agents to say they must be prepared with power banks and torches. If they are using phones like mine, it has a flashlight, it can stay for maybe 6 hours. You can be using the phone, the flashlight phone, or the torch from the phone. But also carry separate torches, powerful torches. Torch Zesco or Zambia police, which were the ones they use. Those will be needed because they are going to black out the nation. So that there will now be darkness and confusion in polling stations. Because remember, polling stations close at 18 hours sharp. They should open at 6 hours sharp. And if they don't open at 6 hours sharp, they open maybe at 7 or 8, then there will be an extension of voting hours. Maybe some polling stations will be closing even at 21, 22, or maybe even midnight, where they open late. Mark my words, this confusion is always there. So you have to be prepared to be at those polling stations late through the night until the following morning. And when it's dark and when they load shed, confusion can happen. Catherine Chitau, VPN, yes. Type VPN. Go to your Play Store and type VPN. Okay? This VPN is an application. Download it. Or you can type Thunder VPN. That's the one I'm recommending to you. Thunder VPN. Thunder ine ya kalumbaia. THUNDER space VPN. Go to Play Store, type it and download it, my sister. Because when these Vamankole, they shut down the internet, you won't have access to information. So get that and share this video with all your friends. So that is where we are. So I'm talking about the Zesco blackout. There will be internet shutdown. There will also be Zesco blackout. They will shut down in most of the areas, especially those areas like Lusaka, Copper Belt, where they have a problem. In fact, they have a problem everywhere, but they'll concentrate more on Lusaka and Copper Belt because this is where people have totally rebelled. So they want to manipulate votes, swap ballot boxes, or count if you in the dark. Make sure you carry torches or your your phones are fully charged. If you've got power banks, charge those power banks. Make sure they are full capacity. Make sure your phone is full capacity. Because they are going to shut down Zesco. They are going to shut down the lights. Internet, they'll shut down. Lights, they are going to shut down. So you must be prepared for all these eventualities. Them, they will be communicating. Remember those phones which were caught at the airport, KK airport, when the cargo plane which was bringing the last batch of ballot papers landed. It also landed with a lot of boxes with phones. And I want you to know and hear me out. That consignment of phones was not the first consignment. That was just the last consignment. These guys started bringing in all the equipment and facilities and computers and gadgets which they need to communicate when they shut down internet. They started bringing it in a long time ago. So that one which we caught at the airport, that was just God opening our eyes to say, hey, there is this which is happening. These guys have been importing satellite phones. The police have their own secure lines of communication. Ma Roger, you know Ma Roger, Fox Trail, Zulu Popper, those things. Police have secure lines of communication, so they are not worried. They'll be using Roger. The military, it is even more advanced. They have their own private secure channels of communication. So the military will still be communicating, the police will still be communicating, ZAF, they will still be communicating. But you and me don't have access to sideline means of communication. We use Zicta. And Zicta is going to block us. They are going to shut down the internet. The way they did in Uganda. The Ugandan Broadcasting Authority or Commission, whatever it's called, it just wrote to their ISP providers and told them, this is a case of national security. We are ordering you in the name of the president. Can you shut down internet? There are terrorists who are using internet to misinform the world and misinform Ugandans. They are going to attempt to declare Bobby Wine as a winner before results are. Can you shut down the internet? They shut it down. That's what is going to happen in Zambia. And no, but you PND, together with your foreign sponsors, you are trying to misinform the Zambian public through the internet and Facebook. So we are shutting down the internet and Facebook. That is going to happen. And we must be ready for that. And I've told you, PF are already prepared for a shutdown. They've got satellite phones. These guys have got satellite phones. We don't have satellite phones. But thanks to technology, there is what you call a VPN. Go to Play Store, type VPN or Thunder VPN and download that application. Keep it on your phone. The moment they shut down the internet, just click on it. It will connect you to another server. It will connect you to another server outside Zambia and you'll be able to communicate. So fellow countrymen and women, that is what I had for you today. It is simply to alert you, to inform you that there is going to be an internet shutdown. All these moves the PF have been making, using COVID to block the UPND from campaigning. Today my president was being tear-gassed in Uruapula. Police officers who look like army, armed with AK-47 tear-gas canisters. They blocked the campaign of our president. In Kanyama, Lusaka, they've shut down campaigns. Lusaka, they have literally shut it down. Because anywhere you go, the first people to attack you will be cadres. So the PF has put a lot of moves. Using the judiciary, using the Electoral Commission of Zambia, their puppet, using the police, and now they are also using the army. Now they are also going to use the fourth estate of government, what we call in politics the fourth estate of government, the media. They are going to use the fourth estate of government, the media, to shut down the flow of information, so that you and me won't be able to know what is going on after all the polling stations are closed. The only media, the only route which remains open to the people of Zambia to be well informed about how the counting, the sorting, the counting, and announcing of election results is going on, the only reliable source will be social media. I've told you time and time again, don't go and sit in your chair in your living room or your sitting room and start to wait for Esa Ochulu to announce results for you. No. Esa Ochulu has never been fair. 2016, you know the scandal which was there. He announced that Chituko constituency. He made mention of a constituency which doesn't exist. Chatulika constituency. Yes, Chatulika constituency. He announced results for Chatulika constituency which does not exist. So is this a person you can sit down in sitting room now as a family? No. The real results are here. Where you are seeing me, this on social media, Facebook. This is where we are going to give you the real results. The real results. Thank you, Tando Kumalo from Swaziland. Yes, it happens everywhere. I'm aware your King Muswati there in Swaziland. He's been using the internet and using the police. He's been shutting down the internet. He shut down internet when you were protesting. So it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. So we must be ready for this internet shutdown, fellow Zambians. We must be ready. It is going to happen. If it doesn't happen, hey, let's thank God if it doesn't happen. It means these guys, hey, they have changed their minds. But the way I know them, the way I know PF, the way I know their criminality and thuggery, these guys won't miss an opportunity to shut down the internet. Because if they let it happen, it means you and me, we're going to be updated by the minute. We'll be streaming live from the polling stations. You'll be updated by the minute. Before ECZ gets the results, you would already have the results because we would have informed you. So they don't want that. They want ECZ to be having the results to announcing to you, cooked results. So we are not going to allow that to happen. So Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have gotten the main points. The key points, the takeaway points is one, internet is going to be shut down on 11th to somewhere after the elections, 13th and above. And I've told you what you must do is download a VPN application which allow you to bypass Airtel, Zamtel, and MTN servers, because those guys are going to be ordered to shut down the internet by the state. And I've told you PF is going to be using satellite phones. They have procured satellite phones. A few of us in the oppositions have satellite phones, just a few key people, but the capacity that we have cannot be compared to what the PF has. So we are going to depend on technology. VPN, easy, go to Play Store, download your VPN, install it on your phone. You are as good as anybody with a satellite phone. You can still communicate through social media. And I've told you the main source of announcing of elections will be ZNBC, because only ECZ is allowed to announce elections. It's a law. Only ECZ is allowed to announce elections. No radio station, no TV station is allowed to announce election results before they hear them from ZNBC. That is one of the tricks or other strategies of the PF. So only ZNBC will be announcing results once they shut down the internet. So be wise about all that. Be prepared about all that. And I've told you Zesco is going to go. Power bank, make sure you charge your power banks. If you have got solar panels, please be ensure to see those things are working. But they are going to shut down also power, because at the end of the day, they know after 24 hours. In fact, some of our phones, we ask heavy users, after 6 hours not charging, your phone goes off. So they are going to shut down even power, maybe for 24 to 48 hours, just to disrupt. But the struggle must continue. What is important is that you vote, cast your vote, stay around the polling station until your agent comes out with the papers, Magen 20, duly signed and duly approved. Stay at the polling station and ensure to say that you also vote correctly. By that I mean vote for UPND and vote for HH. Also share this video so that all the Zambians know to say that the internet is about to be shut down and they must download that application I'm talking about, the VPN. I'm recommending Thunder VPN, but the others VPNs you can download. The key is VPN. Type VPN in your Play Store application and see what it brings you. Look around. Some of them are useful. Some of them, I don't know how they work, but there are plenty. Select the ones which you think work best. But Thunder VPN is my recommendation. So thank you very much for watching this broadcast. I've been your host, Mainda Simataa. These videos are also found on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and just type Mainda Simataa and subscribe, and you have all these videos there for you to review. Continue to share this broadcast. Very important, because those that will miss this broadcast, they will suffer from the blackout. Those that you see this broadcast, you are going to get your VPN and you'll be protected from the internet blackout, which the PF is going to impose across Zambia. And finally, thank you to Youth for Parliament. I want to thank you, Youth for Parliament. It's an organization that supports young people like myself in politics. Today they brought me a t-shirt. It says, get out and vote. So Y4P, you can see the logo there, Y4P. They're also on Facebook. You can type Y4P. If you're a young person who wants to get seriously involved into politics, you want to be a candidate one day, join Y4P. You can inbox me as well. I can give you the information. So, Nawastali, Thompson Luzendi, Mumbina Mwawa, Nalishebo, thank you very much, you guys. Y4P, you are doing a very good job. I've gotten your gift, your t-shirts, a few caps, as well as the posters. Thank you very much for supporting me and supporting other youths like me who are in politics. Your help is going to go a long way. And thank you very much, Mother Zambia, comrades and friends who've been following me, following my page and sharing it. You're doing a very good service, a great service to the country. That is very important, because without your help, without your support, the information which people need to know about these elections wouldn't be known. So please keep it up wherever you're watching us from. Thank you very much. God bless and see you on the election day. And remember to vote for Bali, vote UPND, vote the real red all the way. Thank you.